Will AI take over sales? Hi, my name is Abdullah and I help people get into HVAC sales or HVAC sales engineering. And this is a question I get asked a lot. Will AI take over sales? And the answer is no, but there are some roles that are more susceptible to being taken over by sales than other roles. And I kind of want to walk through in order of, starting off with the roles that are more susceptible to getting taken over by AI to the roles that are less likely to be taken over. So first is any role that's very repetitive and task-based. Those roles are going to be taken over by AI pretty easily, I think. Last year in 2025, 36% of B2B businesses laid off SDRs, and it makes sense. There is some skill to that, but it's more like repetitive tasks. For an SDR kind of role where it sounds very technical. Now the level above this, which is less likely to be taken over, is any sales role that requires persuasion. So humans buy from humans, and you're always going to have a large chunk of sales that require convincing or require some sort of persuasiveness to be there as a skill. Now, even though this is less likely to be taken over, people who hop on sales calls, stuff like that, the people who are selling that are not very technical, especially if you're selling a technical product, I feel like people who fall into that category are more likely to be replaced by AI, just because I feel like people who are technical and still have the persuasion skill will dominate the market of sales. Now, obviously, I don't think there's enough people who have both technical skills and sales skills, which is why regular salespeople who aren't very technical will still exist, but the people who have both technical skills and sales skills will rise to the top. And this takes me to my next point. Sales roles that require technical knowledge, I think is going to be very hard to be replaced, just because in technical product sales, you're selling to a technical customer, and technical customers are going to ask very technical questions to the salesperson. And I know we have sales engineers and AEs or account executives who's like the sales guy, and then you have the sales engineer. But very soon you're going to see both these roles become one, because what's the point of having two people if you can just have one salesperson who's also technical? And if you're that kind of person, then you're going to succeed. And this is also true in HVAC, which I'm in, and in any kind of like mechanical sales, like robotics or civil engineering sales, like for piping, infrastructure, and for electrical sales as well. So these technical roles, these technical sales roles like HVAC, even like very technical software solutions where you need to have a technical background, I see this as well. People who aren't technical are just getting let go. Like you have to be technical, and it doesn't mean that you have to be an engineer or have studied engineering. If you put in the work to become more technical, then it's going to put you ahead of the competition for sure. And this leads me to my last point, which is sales roles that require you being in person. So there are many sales roles that require you to be in person, and that's obviously not going to go away. You're not going to be replaced by AI. HVAC is one of those roles. If you want to sell HVAC remotely, that's not going to happen. Especially on the commercial side, you have to go, on site. You have to speak with the contractors. And if you're selling to contractors, they like to be taken out to lunch. They like to see you in person. Like the more they see you, the more you build a relationship with them, and the more they buy from you. And it's a very in-person industry. Construction is very in-person, and if you're in sales and you're in construction, then I feel like you're the safest out of all the sales industries that I've come across. I don't see any other industry that is more safe from AI than being in HVAC, being in plumbing sales, anything like that, where it's like in-person stuff and you have to be technical at the same time. And people who are technical have sales skills and don't mind working in person, not just remote. Those are the people who are gonna have very, very stable careers and be able to make a lot of money.